This production was filmed during Tier 2 restrictions and follows social distancing guidelines. Please make sure you stay safe during this festive period. Well, what a bizarre year 2020 turned out to be. But worry ye not, sit back, relax, grab yourself a drink as we look back on yet another great year for Essex cricket. It's time for the end of season 2020 awards. Welcome to the Cloud FM County Ground. I'm Simon Ward and I'll be your host today for these Essex Cricket End of Season Awards as we celebrate a year that ended with Essex winning this, the Bob Willis Trophy. Over the next 45 minutes or so we'll have presentations, we'll have interviews and of course we'll find out who was the Divines Player of the Year. Well, despite a greatly truncated season, it turned out to be a very successful one, with our 5th trophy in 5 seasons, the Bob Willis Trophy, and what a final that turned out to be. Well, earlier on I caught up with new captain Tom Westley to get his views on what was a very unusual season. Well, joined by club captain Tom Westley. Tom, what a season it was. Let's go back to the beginning of it. When you take over from a man like Tendo, who's won championships and got promotions, and it's quite a daunting prospect, isn't it?
No, it is very daunting. Big shoes to fill in Tendo. But I think also a lot of credit has to be given to Tendo, not only for the role that he played as captain, but when I took over, he quietly went back into the background. He's always there for support. So he was fantastic to work with. I'm close to Tendo outside of cricket anyway. Yeah. But I think the way that he, just merged back into the playing 11 and the squad was exceptional, and it allowed me to captain, which was, what I've been instructed to do now. But it was a strange year. Yeah, very strange, because before you could captain, before we got any cricket, there was a lockdown. Now we saw that Essex cricket were very prominent in the area with all the help that you put in with the hospitals, with the meals. That was a very special time, both in terms of what we could do to support the NHS and everybody else, but also, I guess, merging the squad in doing something outside of the pitch. Yeah, I think, taking over as captain, I wasn't expecting a global pandemic to hit. So there was a lot more off the field activities to be done when I took over, and I'm very proud of Essex as a club anyway, but proud of the players, the way they took it upon themselves to try and help in the community as and when they could. As you mentioned there, we managed to do some food packaging and delivering for the NHS, which was very rewarding. A lot of the guys would phone many of the sort of older members that we have, I won't say too old, but just to check in on them, see if they're okay. And it was really pleasing to see a lot of the boys, step up and try and help as and when they could, because it's been testing time for everyone. And, we just play cricket for a living, but if we can add a little bit of happiness to someone along the way, then, it was very much worthwhile. Words well said. Stepping up is very interesting, because there were a number of youngsters that stepped up through the course of the season. Feroz, Jack Plum, Ben Allison, Robin Das, and others as well took added responsibility, should we say, as this team moved forward. That must have been very pleasing for you as a captain. Very pleasing. I think one of Essex's strength has been their academy over the last number of years. We produce a lot of homegrown cricketers, and it was a challenging year this year with the Bob Willis Trophy, and it was an opportunity for some youngsters to step up. I think special mention to Feroz Kouchi. I thought he did fantastically well, just starting out his career. And someone like Paul Walters, that's mainly featured probably in the white ball stuff, managed to come in and have an immediate impact in the red ball cricket. But I think as a club, we have been successful bringing on younger Essex cricketers. And I think that's testament to the quality of the change room that we've got. Started off with Tendo as captain, making everyone feel like they had a voice. And hopefully I can continue that going forward.
Well, you got the 5th trophy in 5 years. What were the memories of that final at Lord's?
Very fond memories. It's a hugely proud moment for the club, for myself. Obviously, first season as captain, and as we touched on earlier, big shoes to fill in Tendo. It was strange, obviously, playing behind closed doors, because it was actually a fantastic game of cricket, and ourselves and Somerset have probably been the 2 strongest teams over the last few years,
sure.
And I think it was fitting that we played the final against each other. It's just a shame that there weren't spectators allowed in, because it was a fantastic game of cricket. But yeah, hugely fond memories, and look forward to defending it next year, as well as hopefully winning the championship.
One question that I'm sure the fans want to know: how sure of the rules were you going into that final inning? Because everybody was on Twitter going, what have we got to do? We've got to chase the ace, and we're going to get the runs.
Yeah.
But you knew what was going on.
We knew that we needed to outscore them in the first innings. And yeah, there's quite a bit on Twitter afterwards, because Somerset finished the game very strong and we had to bat and survive. But I think people forget that we were in a position in that first innings where we could have batted for a lot longer and surpassed them and made life very difficult for them. But the 110 over declaration, I think it was 110. Check there. They were the rules. It brought Somerset back into the game. But I'm quietly confident that I did sort of know what was going on.
Well, we all had total confidence in you. You've picked up the trophy. Now we've got to look at 2021. Hopefully we get back to some sort of normality. You've got to lift another one. It's got to be 6 in 6, isn't it?
Well, that would be ideal. That would be a dream. To win the championship and the Bobblers Trophy again would be fantastic. And we have got strength and depth. We've got a well-balanced side, and we're looking to continually improve, which is the most important thing. And like you touched on there, we've got some fantastic youngsters sort of pushing and breaking into the team. So, the preparation for next year has already started. We've been in the gym the last sort of week, 10 days.
Muscles flexed?
Muscles maybe not flexed. Trying to get rid of a bit of the October, November weight. But no, the preparations have started, and I'm already looking forward to next year.
Well, happy New Year.
Thank you.
Here's to a very successful 2021. Thanks
Cheers,
for your
thank
time.
you. Cheers.
Well, absolutely great to catch up with Tom Wesley there, and of course the boys have already started pre-season ahead of 2021. Now, as Tom mentioned there was a lot of work early on to help the NHS with COVID-19 preparing meals. Let's take a look now as our squad helped in the fight against COVID-19.
My name is Simon Harmer. I'm from Essex County Cricket Club. We're at the Saffron Kitchen doing some food packing and helping a little bit in the kitchen to provide some hot meals for the NHS workers and people on the front lines during this sort of key time and crisis that the United Kingdom finds itself in. I think it's important, especially for us cricketers, to help the community where we can. There's obviously a lot of hospitals in the outlying areas, especially around Chelmsford and East London. So there's a lot of workers that are on the front line and that need proper meals, some wholesome food. A lot of them have just been getting sandwiches and cereal bars. So to be able to contribute in our small way and to make sure that they're getting nutritious food and the well-prepared food here at the Saffron Kitchen, that's kind of been our drive behind it.
So I've had a few roles today. Started off in the kitchen. I was here last week on dial duty, but I want to say I've been promoted to butter chicken. So we've just been making sure that, as you can see from behind us, they're packaging all the food, the bombay aloo, the rice, the butter chicken. We had the vegetarian dish gone out earlier. So we were in the kitchen earlier, help preparing that. But now we'll be moving on to packing it up, put it in these big eskies that I'm sat on so they can get distributed out.
I know from our community, everyone is really thankful of the brilliant NHS, all the work they do. Obviously risking their own health to save others is, you can't really put that into words. So, I know that obviously the small things like the clapping on the Thursday nights and, just trying to make them smile, give them some nice tasty food for their lunches and their breaks. We do really appreciate all the stuff they're doing and we're right behind them, supporting them.
I'm coming to support this restaurant. Saffron are doing a great job for the NHS workers. They're providing food and I'm going to drive it all the way back to Chelmsford in Essex, Broomfield Hospital, and deliver it there. So just doing a little bit from our community for people that are saving lives. So I'm delighted to be here.
Well, what a fantastic effort by everybody involved. On behalf of everybody at Essex Cricket, to all the NHS workers, to all you key workers, big thanks for everything you've done during this pandemic. And we look forward to seeing you here at the county ground, where we can say in person a big thank you.
I feel lost in a world that felt so easy yesterday. What's the cost of the people who we love taken away? So many lives and another dies. Tears fill our eyes, the clouds they turn to grey. But we will fight through. Frontline, we are nothing without you. You give your lives for us, thank you. We'll hold our heads up high, 'cause love will get us by, thank you.
Well, it's time for a 60-second break now, after which we'll be talking to Anthony McGrath and making our first presentation of the evening. But before I go, first question of the evening. Who do you think Peter Siddle nominated as the worst dancer? Find out next.
Peter Siddle, first change bowler, very part-time golfer. He takes the cake. Peter Siddle, first change bowler, very part-time golfer. Worst dancer would have to be Simon Harmer. His little move, he drops the head down and just wobbles the shoulders like he's bowling, I think. He takes the cake.
Welcome back to part 2 of the end of season awards, and I'm delighted to be joined by head coach Anthony McGrath. Mags, we've just seen Peter Siddle put Simon Harmer in the dock for worst dancer. Is he guilty?
He's bad, but to be honest, we've got quite a few bad dancers. You know, we've had a few celebrations over the last few years, and
yeah.
Harmy is normally leading him. He is a bad dancer, but I wouldn't say he's the worst.
Oh, we shall follow that one up later on. Now, as we begin the acclimatisation process for April cricket, here's hoping, we're going to look back, obviously, on what was a very successful season again, a very different season. The protocols that had to be put into place, very, very different and quite challenging, I should imagine, from a head coach perspective.
Very much so. I think for the whole game, the whole country, as you say, but in our particular sport, cricket, I think you know, not playing in April, you know, when you're looking forward all winter to the start of the season, to not get going till August, giving the green light, I think in June, the guys only had 3 weeks preparation, as most counties did. So I think to get some kind of season in, produce the cricket we did, you know, culminate in a final at Lords was a great effort, you know, by the whole game, but in specific, you know, by us as a club at Essex, sorry.
And another trophy. I mean, it's great to raise the bar, and you've done so fairly frequently over the last 3-4 seasons, whatever, but to keep it going, that's remarkable. From a man management point of view, how pleased have you been with the way that the squad have worked, and you've worked with the squad?
I'm immensely proud. I think, as you said, you know, to win is tough, but to keep doing it, I guess, is a testament of a really good side. And I think, you know, we've said it a few times, the players take a huge amount of credit, because, you know, they're the ones going on the field, they're the ones, you know, that are going through the sacrifices, putting day in, day out, and, you know, doing the basics every day sometimes can be a little bit boring, but you have to do that to get the success. And, you know, the amount of discipline they do day in, day out in training, you get the rewards in the end with silverware, and that's what we have. So we've got to keep that doing. And you mentioned, you know, guys coming in, the younger guys, that's, I think, how you keep getting the success and keep pushing forward.
Yeah, you mentioned the younger guys, so Feroz Kushi, Jack Plum, Ben Allison, Robin Das, they've all turned up, and critically they've made a difference. They've shown what they're about. Ben Allison pulled off a catch down here that he had no right to get to, whatever that T20 game was.
Yeah.
And we've seen all of them show what they're about. You must be delighted with the way that the academy is producing these young stars already.
Definitely, and we said, you know, a few years ago, we want a club where the younger players can see a progression into the first team. They've grown up watching the likes of Alistair Cook, Ryan Ten-Descartes, so to play with them is fantastic. But you know, the academy guys that came on tour with us, that have trained with us, they showed not only the character but the ability that they can do it. So I think in a normal season they'd have probably played more, but I think the game here you referred to with Ben Allison, Robin Das against Sussex, to play a T20 game and perform how they did and show glimpses of the future is fantastic. And someone like Feroz Kushi played a huge part in the Bob Willis Trophy. So you know, Jack Plum as well, a great debut season in T20. So there's others as well, but it's a great sign for the club, and it bodes well for the future.
And it's not only about their sporting prowess really, Mags, is it? Because you have to integrate them into a group of men, and these are mostly teenagers that are having to step up into a group of men that are used to playing sport, playing together. How do you work that to make sure they know they have their place within that group?
I think it's just integrating into the squad. You know, Robin Dash, Ishan Cayley came on pre-season tour with us, and the reason they did as academy players were to see the likes of Alistair Cook, Tom Wesley, you know, Ryan Ten-Descartes, how they work every single day and the work you have to put in to get there. So if they know the standard from when you're 17, 18, it's easier. And also we've got great senior guys who welcome them in. We've got a good coaching staff. So it's about making them feel welcome, making them enjoy it, and then hopefully, if we've picked right from the skill and the character we think they have, then hopefully that transition is easier into the first team.
And you, as a young head coach, and you are still quite young, from a management perspective, how do you feel you've progressed? How do you feel you've evolved over this time with the top job here?
I've enjoyed it, and I think that's what you've got to do. I don't look too far ahead. I still, know I've got a lot of work to do. But I think that, when I took over the job, I just wanted to try and be myself and put my own personality and character on the team. I think if you try and be something you're not, try and be too clever, I think, you can get shown up. So I've really just tried to keep it as simple as that. I've been around the game quite a long time as a player, so using them experiences and really I think it's about relationships. That's my key thing. If you get on well with people, respect them, put your trust in them, normally they pay you back. So that's kind of the route I've gone.
And looking forward to 2021. You've only got to do the triple maybe to beat everything that's gone on before.
No, I think, look, everyone around the country is wanting a bit of normality back, and we missed, the members and fans at Chelmsford immensely this year, all around the country. So to get fans back in here, the 2020 nights, championship days, which are, more or less full in the ground on occasions. We just want that buzz of atmosphere and the English summer back, and hopefully a full season where we can showcase the club and hopefully, as you say, bring some more silverware to Essex.
Well, thanks for your time. Wish you a happy new year, and here's to a happy, normal 2021. Cheers, Bob.
Cheers.
Well, that's where those young debutants have already made such an impression on us Essex cricket followers. Time for the first award of the evening. It's the First 11 Young Player of the Season award, sponsored by Felsted School, and here is Feroz Kushi to make the announcement.
Hi guys, Feroz Kushi here. I'm here to announce the winner of the First 11 Young Player of the Year. And the winner is... Oh, it's myself.
There it is. Our first winner, Feroz Kushi. Let's hear what he had to say.
To get my chance and to break into the first team this year and get a few games and to make some valuable contributions has been amazing. So, I couldn't ask for a better start.
And they were valuable contributions. That second innings here against Kent in the Bob Willis Trophy was imperative to get the win. How did it feel to be batting with somebody like Chef, who you followed as a youngster?
I mean, it was, to be fair, a dream come true. Obviously, amazing experience. Watching someone like him score loads of runs for England, and to get the opportunity to bat with him, was great. So I couldn't ask for probably a better batsman, or a better person to bat with. And I was just relishing the experience. Just trying to take each ball as it comes and make the most of it, really.
You're a young man coming into a fairly established group at Essex Cricket. Do you feel you've got your place now? Was there any sense of trepidation, shall we say, stepping up into that group?
Not really. I mean, I reckon, I always felt like I was capable of getting into the first team and doing well. It was just a matter of time when I get my opportunity. Obviously, we really got a really strong squad, and obviously with the batsmen we had in the last few years, and now it's tough to get in. So when I knew I got my chance, I knew I'd do well. It's just a matter of getting the opportunity, and thankfully I done quite well.
Yeah, you took the opportunity. Now you can look forward to 2021. Looking forward to it, obviously.
100%, yeah, for sure. It's going to be a good year, and look to go in this year and next year and try and really cement my place into the first team and trying again score as many runs as I can. That's always been the target every year. So hopefully just injury free, hopefully, and just go into it with confidence, and hopefully we can have a really good season again.
Onwards and upwards. Congratulations.
100%. Thank you so much.
Well done, Feroz, on that Breakthrough Season award. Well deserved indeed. Well, for many of our academy graduates, the grassroots clubs offer the seedbed to develop into professional players. Now, for our next award, it's the Club to County Award, sponsored by Western Homes. It's a very special award, and here is our club captain, Tom Wesley, to make the announcement.
This next award is Club to County Award, and the winner is all the clubs in Essex that have managed to get cricket on during such a testing time over the last 12 months.
Well, what a tremendous effort by all the clubs at grassroots level just to get the game on. It's been such a difficult year, and we look forward to next year being far more productive. Rest assured, everyone at Essex Cricket is behind you, supporting you, and if you need any help, please get in touch via the website. Now, I'm not sure we've mentioned this, but this is our 5th trophy in 5 years. What's been your favourite? See you soon. Welcome back, and what a great reminder of our success over recent years. Now, unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we can't present all our awards this evening. So here's a quick roundup of some of the other awards from this year. Well done to all the winners in that group, and big thanks to Alan Ford, to Kingswood Group and to Felsted School for sponsoring some of the awards this evening. It is a very, very generous sponsorship, and we do thank you very much. Now, it's time for the Performance of the Year award, as nominated by you, the Essex fans, and sponsored by our friends at R&D Advisors. I've got a feeling I might know who's going to win this, but let's take a look at the nominations anyway. Right, so let's find out the winner. Here's the golden envelope, and the winner of Performance of the Year is Alistair Cook for his 172 at that Lord's final, a match-winning performance if ever there was one. Here's a video from the chef.
Hi, it's Alistair Cook here. Just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for all the votes to win the Performance of the Year. It means a lot to me. It's great to be involved at Essex and to continue the success we've had over the last couple of years. Winning the Bob Willis Trophy at Lords was a fantastic occasion, great for Tom Wesley and Anthony McGrath. Such a shame that the Essex fans couldn't be there to witness the occasion. Hopefully we'll be back to normal in 2021 and it'd be great to see all the fans down at the county ground to support the team in 2021.
Well, the awards are coming thick and fast now. Let's move on to our Bowler of the Year award, sponsored by our friends at Seven Investment Management. Here's the nominations. So, there's the bowling nominations. Let's reveal who the Bowler of the Year for 2020 is. Congratulations to Simon for that award, taking 38 wickets in the Bob Willis Trophy, more than anybody else in the comp. Now, time for another quick break. Let's hear though who Peter Siddle thinks is the worst sledger in the team.
Peter Siddle, first change bowler, very part-time golfer. He takes the cake. Peter Siddle, first change bowler, very part-time golfer. Biggest sledger, I'll have to go with Alistair Cook. I think standing in first slip, he just hides away there, but you can just hear him chirping away at the opposition all day, and I've been on the end of it plenty at international level, so he's definitely the worst. He takes the cake.
Welcome back to the Cloud FM County Ground for part 4 of our end of season awards. Just 3 awards left. Time to find out who is the Batsman of the Year, sponsored by Woodland Group. Here are the nominations. Here's Anthony McGrath to explain his decision for Batsman of the Year.
Alistair Cook has been selected as the Batsman of the Year simply because of his outstanding performance in the Bob Willis Trophy this year. Some notable innings, but none more than the fabulous 170 odd at Lord's in the final against Somerset. I think that showed everything about Alistair, his temperament, his class, and when the team needed him in the biggest game of the year, he really delivered. But his overall consistency and run scoring throughout the tournament deservedly earned him the title this year.
Well, absolutely no surprise that Alistair Cook claims his second award of the year. What a phenomenal season he had in the Bob Willis Trophy. 563 runs, averaging 56.3. Absolutely phenomenal work from the chef. We can now move on to the most sought after award of the season. It is, of course, the Players' Player of the Season award, sponsored by Cloud FM. This is nominated by the group themselves, of course, for the most consistent performances this season. No great surprise, the 2 standout nominees, Alistair Cook and Simon Harmer. Let's get down pitch side to find out who's won the race for this most coveted award.
Sam Cook into Jack Leaning for his first ball, and Leaning is playing and missing at that one, and that is the end of the over, a successful one.
Yeah, Simon Harmer has certainly played his part.
One thing you can be sure with any production, there is always going to be a few bits that might go a little bit wrong. Here's blooper central from this reel. Grassroots cricket offers the seedbed to develop. That's right, isn't it? Level check.
Level check, check one.
So you're getting the hang of it. Right. Here's Anthony. We'll have you on comms before the end of the season.
What did you have for breakfast, didn't they always?
Yeah. Their clubs offer the seedbed. Oh no, that. Anthony McGrath is always one of the hardest names to say. I don't know why.
I was used to say Weetabix and everyone was saying you're lying, it was bacon and egg sandwich.
As nominated for Anthony, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Double bacon and egg sandwich.
Yeah, at last the truth. Join us after the break as we reveal the Devines Player of the Year.
So it was a tough start in the T20 campaign. I think for a number of years at Essex in white ball cricket, T20 and 50 over, we'd underperformed.
We were very frustrated really. We'd put a lot of hard work in practice and in planning, especially we're not playing so well the last couple of years, but we were confident once we got players in the right position, once players started getting the confidence, momentum grew, we knew that we'd be in with a really good chance. We just had to make sure we were still in the competition come the quarter-final stage.
For me, it was always about, we're here to entertain, we're entertainers, look to score runs and look to take wickets. If in doubt, don't take the negative option. You've got to look to be positive, and we've got to look to to score runs, to hit boundaries, or as a bowler, if you're in doubt, to take wickets. That was always the narrative for me through the tournament. That we were there to entertain and to play an entertaining brand of cricket.
Welcome back to the final part of these end of season awards. Now, before we hear the big one and hear from Clive and Alison Purdy from Devines Accountants, let's have a word from our club chairman, John Farragher.
We've come through a very tough 2020, and I have to say that without the very loyal support of every single member, every sponsor, all the members of staff, we would not be in the position we are today. I think you could say that things could be a lot worse, but I think we have come through this period very well, and it allows us to now concentrate on getting ourselves well prepared for 2021. We've been fortunate, we've been able to maintain the squad of players that we've had this year. We had one departure, but other than that we have the whole squad ready and ready to sort of compete at the very highest level through next year. It is a time that's going to be difficult for us. There are a lot of challenges still facing us, but we are well prepared. We are ready for the challenge, and we will be up there competing for all trophies again next season. In terms of what's going to happen with people entering the ground and spectators coming back, that is still somewhat unclear at the moment. But we are working hard in conjunction with the ECB and the medical teams and obviously the government in terms of making sure that when we are able to bring spectators and sponsors and supporters back into the ground, we will be ready to do that and do it safely. But until we actually know what the final conditions are going to be, and who knows what the situation will be in 3 or 4 months' time, we can only hope that it will get better. It's great news that we have a vaccine that's being pushed out to everybody right now. And in the next sort of 3-4 months, things could change quite dramatically. Whatever that is, we will be ready, and we're excited at the prospects for next year. So in finishing this message, thank you once again for your very loyal and dedicated support. You're a vital part, everybody here from sponsors, as I say, and members and staff, you're vital to the future and the future success of Essex County Cricket Club. I hope you and your families are able to enjoy the Christmas period, make the most of it. We'll come back even more keen to do well next year. Thanks very much.
Right, without further ado, it's time for the Devines Player of the Year, voted for by you, the Essex fans, on the club website. Here's Clive and Alison Purdy from Devines Accountants to make the announcement.
Good evening, everyone. Clive and Alison Purdy here from Devines Accountants. What a crazy year it's been, and we're delighted we've actually managed to get some cricket in this year. So it means we can now reveal the nominations for the Devines Player of the Year. Well, congratulations to our nominations, Simon Harmer, Alistair Cook and Adam Wheater. All of you have made exceptional contributions in lifting the Bob Willis Trophy, and I'm now delighted to reveal that the Devines Player of the Year for 2020 is... Yes, of course, it's Alistair Cook. Congratulations, Alistair, on an exceptional season in the Bob Willis Trophy, and especially for your performance in the final. Well done from everyone here at Devines.
It's been a long time since we have had any action on the international arena.
They say the thing about cricket is that it reveals what's within. Some build an innings, some attack, some organise, some hang back, some support, some from afar, some chip in, some raise the bar. Some speak out, some understand, some dig deep, some lend a hand.
What it did for the club community.
They just did everything they could.
It's really brought the community together.
Cricket could also be back soon.
Club cricket can return next weekend.
Because England women will host West Indies.
It's the sum of these parts. That's why we're strong. Be proud of this year and we'll always play on. In every coin toss, in fresh coats of gloss, this game will remember. In murmuring fields, in club crests and shields, this game will remember. In records and books, in glorious hooks, this game will remember. And though we all fade, we give what we've made, and this game will remember. As willow on leather will echo forever, and in that we are always together.
So that's it, we're done for 2020 in many, many ways, and we can look forward to 2021 and retaining both the county championship and of course the Bob Willis trophy as well. And we hope, fingers crossed, to get you guys back here to the Cloud FM county ground as we revert to a sense of normality. Here's hoping, eh? I've been Simon Ward, thank you for your company this evening, and we look forward to next year. See you then.